Hey, this is Steven from RC Engineering, and welcome to my review of the Eachine VR006s. So these are currently my favorite goggles and my primary goggles that I've been doing a lot of development in, and I wanted to, before I continue development with it and doing all different types of mods, I wanted to do a review of this unit stock. So these I bought for $42 or something from Grayson Hobby. You could probably find them anywhere from $31 to $32 to $40. So if you can find them for $32, or if they go on sale, I would definitely recommend picking it up. But we're going to talk about the good and the bad and what I love about these goggles. Also, I'll show you guys some in-goggle video and compare them against the Eachine 800Ds, which according to other channels are the best starting out goggles, but I will explain to you why I think that that is false. Alright, so number one thing I love about these is the size and the weight. Well, size and the number two is weight. Super small, as you can see with my hand. Tiny little goggles. I mean, compared to this little 100 millimeter frame from motor to motor, it's about 100 millimeters across this way. Super small and very easy to pack. They have tiny little antennas, so not very tall, and very easy to store on the back of your head or whatever, on the back of your head facing backwards while you're walking around or flying at the field. You just kind of forget about it. So that is number two is the weight. So I have here my kind of dirty dirty scale, but we'll go ahead and put this guy on here, and it's looking at 226 versus 421. 226 versus 421. That's almost, this is almost twice as heavy. Now, number three, what I like is it has the dual antenna, but it's receiver diversity, antenna diversity only, meaning that it only has one receiver and it picks between these two antennas. But from testing, it actually has a third antenna inside on the main board next to the receiver, because if you take both these antennas off, it'll still receive signal, while on the 800Ds it will not do that. So it has a third in the front, which is a patch. And these are the stock antennas it comes with. It comes with a little clover leaf, and it comes with a directional patch. Now, my roommate, the original reason why I found out about these is I bought for my roommate an Eachine E013 for him for Christmas, and that is their Eachine's Tiny Whoop kit, where it comes with the VR006s with a single antenna, and it comes with a Tiny Whoop and a controller. Now, this one also has that one version where it's a single antenna and it has a rubber ducky on here, an omnidirectional bipole antenna, and then this one is not here. This is missing. But it turns out that they're exact same board, but they just did not solder this RP SMA connector, and I believe this is RP SMA. You could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to look it up right now, but it's got a pin on the inside, and this is the female side. Yep, that nut's a little loose from when I took it apart. And this has got a hole on the male side. It's got a female hole. So pin on the inside, on the threads here, on the male thread, on the female threads, and then on the male side. Oh, I guess this is the female side. The female threads, and this is male threads. So on the male thread side, it has the pin, and on the female thread side, it has a hole. I believe that's RPSMA. It's not the as popular one, but my roommate now has done that mod where he's put the second set, set of the connectors on it, and now he has pagodas on here, which are pretty expensive for this budget of a goggle, but they run really great. He's got a pagoda triple feed patch, also a pagoda omnidirectional cloverleaf like one. So super lightweight, very nice picture. Some specs on this guy. It runs a 500 milliamp hour one cell, which is what I really like about it, that it runs one cell. It keeps the weight down. Very short, obviously. It's got the antenna diversity, no DVR, non-adjustable Fresnel lens, and yeah. So on that battery I get about an hour, and I'll show you how it's really nice on the interface on the inside. So let's go ahead and show you here. what it looks like on the inside when you get static. So there's static. The OSD, the built-in OSD onto the goggles, bottom right hand corner, you have your frequency. It does not say band and channel, it says the actual frequency. So here it says 5.880 gigahertz. So you might want to paste like a sheet that'll tell you the frequency versus band and channel, because most of them do band and channel. In the bottom left there, you see it has a voltage. Right now it says 3.6 volts. Maximum charge on it is 4.2 volts. So it shows the voltage of the current battery and when you're about to go dead and when you need to go charge it. And it just charges through a simple micro USB that it comes with. So let's go ahead and plug in the HobbyMate Q100, which I'm going to be reviewing here eventually. So let's go ahead and plug this guy in. And look at it, it's already on the channel. It's really quick to search. I'm not going to do that right now. But you see here it says 3.6 volts flashing. But what I really like about the picture in this guy is the fluidity of it. What you could see is it seems like it's a very high frame rate, so it's super easy to be flying fast and flying through gates with really powerful quadcopters and not really having that big of a problem. So you can see that when you're like yawing, it's really nice. Picture is extremely nice in there, even for a 3-inch screen. And it's super steady, and frame rate's really nice, really clear picture, really long distance receiving on this guy. This guy I have tested up to the 100 meter specifications, which is 330 feet. It'll definitely do that. So let me go through the menus really quick before we go and compare it to the Eachine 800Ds. So there's the menu. It says brightness down there at the bottom. Brightness, contrast, saturation, input. It does have an AV in option. And then finally it asks for the frequency display. If you just want to do scan, you could turn off that bottom frequency display. So let me go ahead and do that. Hit the off button. There you go. Now the frequency display is no longer there. So really cool. I just leave it on. But that's pretty much all the options that the on-screen display has. So let's go ahead and compare that to the this guy, the Eachine 800Ds. Again, the cool thing about this guy is it's got DVR. It's got a really big, nice screen on it. It's a really high quality screen. But look at this latency. So when you're moving around, it's got a lot more latency. It feels like the frame rate isn't as smooth. It just does not feel the same as this guy. I recently tried to fly this guy through gates, and especially when you're recording, so you can see just how clear that is. That's like playing a video game. That's like the difference between 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second. And especially when you're recording, it just feels like its frame rate really drops off. So it's just like super laggy, and when you're moving extremely quickly, it just does not do so well. So that's why I really like this guy. So one of the reasons why is I think that they're running like the same exact processor, but this guy has the same exact processor that just power a 3-inch screen instead of a 5-inch screen. So let's go ahead and review. So the reason why I wanted to do this guy is I'm about to do a whole bunch of mods. Some of the mods are I'm going to do a bigger battery, I'm going to put a DVR, and I'm going to make a new frame that rearranges everything to distribute the weight closer to the face so it's not so heavy out, and make this even smaller if I can. Another option is to make the Fresnel adjustable. So when I started out, the Fresnel was slightly out of focus for me, but I've since gotten used to it. So it would be really nice to be able to adjust this, and then once I'm able to adjust it, figure out what the Fresnel lens is best for me, and then run with that Fresnel lens depth on a finished frame. But I will be developing a frame with the adjustable Fresnel lens. And here's a close-up of the strap, just a regular strap. Yeah, I really like the goggles. I really suggest you buy them. Look for them at their cheapest at maybe $32. Definitely don't bother doing the swap on the antennas. Or adding the antenna, adding the second antenna. It's going to be more expensive just to buy the connector than it is to buy the goggles with the antenna already, and you need the longer antenna. But we'll be talking about that mod later, and you could decide for yourself. Other than that, I think it's a big buy. Definitely you want to get it. I highly recommend it, even if it's just your secondary pair of goggles, because you already have a Fat Sharks. And if somebody comes and wants to ride along, I highly suggest this one. Very, very compact, very easy to carry. And it is now my primary goggles. I don't really plan on getting anything else unless I'm going to review it. And once I get the DVR placed on this guy, which there's a whole bunch of videos of those mods already, I'm going to be selling the 800Ds, because that's the only reason why I still have these, is because of the DVR. And also, it finally completes my my budget of here's the jumper, jumper V2, $89 transmitter, multi-protocol. So now it brings together my whole budget theme on my channel. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like it. Also check the link in my description to help support my videos. My Patreon is in the description. I'm going to be spending more of my summer this year working on exclusive content for the Patreon. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.